re-edition by Claudia D. Waits based on L.W. de Lawrence's original. This volume is part of the Arkham anthology, blah, blah, blah. Wow, The Key of Solomon.
Arkham editions? Never heard of him.
Opera in 8 acts by Benvenuto Chieri, Brodighera, an infamous lyrical work published in Italy in 1768. It is said that the opera was performed only once, resulting in an audience riot that left several dead and missing. Jesus Christ, she was singing poorly. That must have been terrible.
How many volumes are there in this collection?
A collection of long-term astrological predictions written in verse. Written by Nostradamus, translated by E. Leoni and Theophilus Widebridge. The Prophecies.
Another volume by Arkham editions.
An ancient Frisian manuscript translated by William R. Sandbach. The text claims that in the distant past, Europe and the other continents were controlled by the mothers of this people, and, moreover, that our alphabet is derived from the Frisian language. Sure.
Arkham editions? Never heard of him.
Written by Hermes Trismegistus, translated and edited by Nathaniel M. Coppelius. This collection of texts on different beliefs was written by a legendary philosopher. It includes a translation of the Emerald Tablet, a popular text among 16th century alchemists. Man, this is fucked up.
How many volumes are there in this collection?
No, we read that.
Another volume by Arkham editions.
A collection of essays on American folklore and urban legends written by Albert Wilmarth, professor of Miskatonic University. Oh. From the same university as the guy that he wanted the key to go to. Okay. Okay, Charlie. Talk to you later, man. Oh, dude, I'm confused now. I don't know what I'm looking for. Exactly.
Things are not looking good.
Oh, God. No, they're not.
A kind of chalice.
This goblet seems to be very ancient. It seems to be made of gold and decorated with real precious stones. Do the rubies and sapphires make up a specific motif? I don't know. Oh, look at the scratching on it. Is that deliberate? So we got a collection of books. We got a chess game, and we have a goblet. Anything else? I don't think there's anything in there. Oh.
Cylinders that Drake tried to hide. I should perhaps listen to them.
He did say that they were in his, they were in cylinders. He did say that. Don't know what the book had to do with anything, though. The book's there.
And these red drops, like precious stones, lie fixed, set in divine gold. To be the guardian of the Grail does not protect me from its attractions, Henry. And I do confess it. I am willing to pay to know its secrets.
Hey, Crazy, what's up, man?
I finally understood that we were only pieces on the chessboard of the gods. Let those of us who are still standing protect our White Queen from their dark soldiers. I see our number dwindling, and my will strengthens as my apprehension grows. We shall refuse to be the playthings of destiny.
The chalice first, then the chess, and then the books, clearly.
Dear friend, I thank you again for the anthology of the works of Arkham editions that you sent me. Volume 9, Azathoth and Other Horrors, seemed particularly relevant to my research. I never tire of browsing through them.
Number 9. So at least we have 9. Am I to assume that it's 3, as in 3 soldiers are left to defend the queen? Hold on. I want to re-listen to the first one.
Red drops, like precious stones, lie fixed, set in divine gold.
The chalice of knowledge.
Red drops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So
To be the
5,
guardian
3,
of
9.
the Grail does not protect me from its attractions, Henry. And I do confess it. I am willing to pay to know its secrets.
5, 3, 9. If somebody can be so kind as to type that in chat, please, that would be wonderful. Wait, although.
So these are the volumes that Drake was taught. What did Drake say about this collection?
He did say that this one was his favorite, but what's the point? Okay, let's try 539, just in case. Five, 3. Ah, that was simple. I thought it was going to be more complicated than that. That was very simple. Okay, we got the book. Of protection or something. That's probably the symbol she tried to put in on the floor when she tried the ritual of revocation. But she failed before she died. Sauron. Oh shit. Quick, Frodo, hide the ring! Oh shit. In the nameless bookstore, Pierce traced the trail of an attempted burglary. He discovered that Charles Alkins was behind the attempt. Pierce opened the bookseller's safe to find that what the latter and Sarah Alkins had hidden there. A book covered in human skin lied inside. Irresistibly attracted the detective. Irresistibly attracted the detective. When he opened it, his mind was projected into another body. And we're back in the Institute. No! I don't want to be back in there. Shit. Please don't be another game of hide and seek.
This man's condition is deteriorating.
What says Dr. Fuller? It's his patient, after all.
He's busy with Captain Fitzroy. He specifically asked us not to bother him when that's the case.
Oh, of course. I'll see what I can do.
I'm inside.
Mr. Blake, can you hear me? I'm Dr. Colden. We'll take care of you.
There's nothing we can do. I tried talking to him. He's catatonic.
Why is Fitzroy talking with Fuller?
What can you tell me about him?
He was highly agitated an hour ago. We were about to tie him down when he fell asleep. 10 minutes ago, he curled up into a fetal position. I thought he was waking up, but no.
I don't recognize him. Did he just arrive on the island?
He said he
Mr.
worked on the
Blake.
docks, but not with Captain Fitzroy. I think he works for Ms. Baker.
Who?
You know, the woman at the head of their gang. They call her Cat.
Oh, I see.
Do you have other questions?
I do.
What are his symptoms?
His temperature has been going down, his skin losing its color, his body rigid. I closed his eyes myself. They were glassing over. I didn't want them to dry out, and I couldn't bear to look at the expression on his face.
You did well. Don't worry. Let's stay professional, if you will.
Poison, maybe?
Show me his file.
That's not possible.
Don't tell me Dr. Fuller has taken this file as well. We need it.
That's why I called you. This man's ailment has been hidden from us.
Come on now. What was he treated for?
An intoxication, I was told. After inhaling chemicals.
So a poison.
That'll do for the time being.
Any idea what this man might be undergoing?
Did you inject him with a tranquilizer?
No, Doctor. Not me, not anyone. Our stock is empty, yet again.
Again? But there was enough for the whole island.
More and more people are suffering from insomnia. We can't refuse to help.
Of course.
Any idea what this man might be undergoing?
Very well. I'll examine him.
Look at that.
30-year-old subject. Severe hypothermia. Erythematous papules around the eyes and eardrums. Necrosed palpebral tissue. Lord, this smell.
He's decomposing.
His skin shows abnormal loss of color and seems dried out. He's totally dehydrated. His fingertips and toes seem to feature a slight ring under the skin. Tender at the touch. Slightly sticky. Severe malnutrition. Swollen abdomen with traces of petechia. Doesn't seem like an edema. Slight protuberances seem to indicate the presence of a foreign body.
So, Doctor, an opinion?
I'm not sure I have the necessary knowledge to treat this man.
Don't say that. You're our most worthy doctor after Dr. Fuller.
Some of his symptoms are beyond my comprehension.
What did you find?
I see signs of hypodermoclysis, but he's still dehydrated. When was his last IV?
He's constantly under perfusion. I've even gone beyond the recommended dose to no avail. And you
yet-
won't believe me, but when we bathed him earlier,
He had a
seemed to feel
massive
better?
schlong.
yes, like he needs an aquarium, not a perfusion. But that doesn't explain his condition.
He does better in water.
Did you examine his abdomen? It would seem there's something inside.
He hasn't eaten in days. Are you certain it's not an edema?
No. Can't you recognize an edema? Pushing with your finger won't leave a trace. And look at these bumps.
It's not like he could be pregnant.
Whatever it is, this man has something inside him that shouldn't be there. We should operate on him at once.
Dr. Fuller said not to worry, that the edema would go away by itself.
You know, I'm not sure Dr. Fuller is telling the truth.
Yeah, he's not.
In spite of the muscle contractions, his arms seem limp.
Yes. They can't have decalcified, not at this rate.
And yet, if there is a bone in this arm, it's softer than that of a newborn baby. What about his cranium?
It's soft at the touch. It does seem like the skull of a baby.
Look at these sticky rings growing at his fingertips. What can be happening?
I'm sure you'll find an explanation. You have to.
Yeah, his body's mutating, I was about to say.
I almost don't believe it myself, but these symptoms are not those usually associated with the human species.
What do you mean? Don't tell me you believe in extraterrestrials.
No. This poor man is from our world, all right. But his body is undergoing unnatural mutations. And this transformation is killing him.
I wasn't looking
His
at
body
him now,
simply
but
can't
now that
cope.
I am, yeah.
How could he have gotten such an infection?
I pray that it's not here.
Dr. Colden, may I know what you're doing to my patient?
What I'm doing? How about what you've done to him?
Let us calm down, my dear Marie. I don't appreciate your tone, nor your insinuations. I've done to him what I do to all my patients. Provide him with the best available care.
Yeah,
Your
sure.
imagination is without limit. It's your homemade drug again, is it not? Those people are not your guinea pigs.
There, there. What have you seen to put you in such a state?
I've seen suction cups on his fingers, his falling body temperature, his dehydration. Had I only read the report, you know what I would have concluded, Doctor.
Do I? Tell me anyway. I'm curious.
He's no longer human. These are the attributes of an animal.
Fascinating. An animal, you say? Could you be more precise? Cephalopod, perhaps?
This amuses you.
Your reaction does. I know your thirst for knowledge, Doctor. It's your innocent worries for this man that have you overreacting.
For this man, and the others whose medical files you've been hiding.
I have to protect my discovery. These people owe me their life, but the world isn't ready yet. It will be, in time.
I will not let you do this.
You disappoint me, Marie, but I still have hope you'll one day share my point of view. In the meantime, take care of your own patients and try not to forget who you're dealing with.
Was that a threat?
Yeah.
What did he mean?
Yeah.
It was a
threat.
warning. Dr. Fuller is this institution's founder and one of our profession's most influential voices. My word is of no weight against his. If I continue to protest, I will only ruin my reputation and career.
It's scandalous. Can't we do anything? Is there no evidence of his crimes?
Oh, that evidence exists. I'm sure of it. I need to find the missing medical files.
And where would you find those? In his office? What if you get caught?
I'd rather not think about that. I'm counting on your discretion.
Of course, Doctor. You can count on me. I'll keep Mum.
Oh, and I'm playing as her. Oh. Sender's residence. The Sender's house all in shades of red and in gold, is impressive, but nothing matches the private gallery of Francis Sanders. The place is huge and entirely dedicated to his passion for troubling and macabre works. Defaced figures of virgins, sacrificial daggers, statues of monsters, and the painting that led him to his demise takes center stage. The Shambler, a painting by Sarah Hawkins, a close friend of the couple. What happened in this room, I will never be able to forget it. The Nameless Bookstore. I've never seen such a collection of works on magic and occultism. Algernon Drake, the owner, prides himself on being a luminary in the study of esoteric phenomena. The library was ransacked during an attempted burglary. It holds numerous rare or forbidden works. Its back room houses a safe protected by an ancient symbol. Cool. Dagger of the Ancient. This exceptional dagger of Ottoman origin probably dates from the 16th century. It bears the Elder sign on its hilt. It apparently belonged to Pargali Ibrahim Pasha, Grand Vizier at the court of Suleiman the Magnificent. And we know. We've read that before. The painting was exposed in Francis Sanders' gallery, but I think that the creature no longer requires it for movement. It went to hunt down Sanders in the cellars of the Riverside Institute. I do not know where it comes from, but one thing is sure, it's starving. Did I succeed in sending it back to its world? I'm not sure. The Hound. Do not make the mistake of taking this jewel for an inanimate object. The soul of a powerful sorcerer, devourer of bodies of the Lang cult, a sect from Central Asia, lies in this jade amulet. Its very characteristic form, a massive hunting dog, represents the transformation of the sorcerer into a man-eating ghoul. Whoever unearths the amulet and wears it around its neck is at risk of the sorcerer's wrath. The latter will return in the shape of a formidable hunter to track and dismember all defilers. Oh, shit. Yeah, these were the clues. Yep. Now we're in chapter 8. Okay. Whew.
An unknown medicine. Judging by the other ones, it causes heavy side effects.
I wonder what her medicine role is. Shit, that means we'll have to hide soon.
This place draws you in and never lets you go.
It's never a good sign. Anytime we see those big thing there, that means we'll have to hide.
Chronic insomnia. Like half the island. The answers must be hidden in Fuller's office.
Is his office down there?
Everybody says it. She's a witch, an old hag. I didn't make this up. And I'm the one who pays. What a pest. It's so unfair.
She's talking about me?
Elizabeth? You all right? Why is this room in such a state?
Because, as always, I'm cleaning it by myself. And the water was once again shut off this morning. I had to bother Mrs. Donovan again, giving her a new excuse to belittle me.
Do you really need Mrs. Donovan to open a valve? Why not ask the janitor?
I can't make these decisions without her approval. Imagine if there were a leak. Anyhow, the boiler room is locked half the time. So every time the water gets shut off, I have to go and endure her reproach until she's settled the problem.
I see. Courage, Elizabeth.
Thank you, Doctor.
Whoa.
It's temperamental, if I understand correctly.
Okay. To that room over there.
Everybody says it. She's a witch, an old hag. I didn't make this up.
Locker room.
Pigs. What a pest. It's so unfair.
So yeah, it's not a lot of light, but I don't have a lighter. Hey, like a dictionary, this work references in alphabetical order all the medical sciences known and practiced in the modern world. For each of the entries, the major works and the names of the reference authorities are listed. Interesting. Again, a place to hide. We'll have to take good mental note of that stuff, because we're gonna need it. Probably very soon. Gotta say, guys, I'm not a fan of games that have so many hide and seek mechanics.
I have little time for you, Doctor. You'll find out that it's not only the doctors who have things to do. Wait a minute. Where do you think you're going?
I don't know. I didn't look in the
Dr.
door.
Colden.
Mrs. Donovan.
Nobody goes into Dr. Fuller's office. But rest assured, I'll tell him you came by.
That won't be necessary. Thank you.
I will tell him, nonetheless.
What a bitch. Distract Donovan. Well, that's gonna be easy. We're gonna make a leak. I'm gonna cause a leak. That's how we'll do it. Okay.
Everybody says it. She's a witch.
So
an
it
old
goes
hag.
that way.
I didn't make this up.
No, you're pulling my leg. I'm not joking. I saw the schedule. She's alone in the bathroom again. And she still says nothing to that old witch, Donovan.
Oh, listen to the way you talk, you naughty girl. And the answer is no. You can imagine that she doesn't dare say a thing. That silly goose lets herself be trodden on.
Oh well, at least we won't have to clean for a while.
And just wait and see the next time the water's cut off. It's a real show. Dr. Colden?
You guys are bitches. It's not very cool.
The doses prescribed by Fuller are far too high.
A prescription for barbiturates, signed by Dr. Fuller. Okay.
We're running out of this medicine.
I know, Doctor. We sent the purchase order, though, and Mrs. Donovan refused it.
Once again.
Can't you do anything?
Donovan takes her instructions directly from Dr. Fuller. I'm afraid I can do nothing about it for the moment.
Okay. Uomo Delinquente. This pseudo-scientific work by Cesare Lombroso colorates an individual's morphology with his criminal predispositions. The seriousness of his study and the accuracy of the demonstrations can deceive an uninformed reader. Well, that's interesting.
We've been waiting to be restocked for weeks.
The boiler room, which we'll go into in a second.
The operating room is never accessible after an operation.
Oh, that's the operating room. Oh yeah, surgical ward.